Ìgbà yẹn náà fi sọ wọ́n ní baba 99 so ibẹ̀ ni mega 99 ti jáde so èmi dẹ̀ ni mo produce first album that's Money. Asha was one of the junior choir singer in First Act when I used to go to their church to bring them up, to train them. I've done a lot of that. I've worked with King Sunny Ade. I've worked with big artist Sonny Okoso. That was when I introduced Shola Alinsin. And that was the music that brought Shola Alinsin to the limelight. Yes, Shola Alinsin, you can't believe it, was part of my Fuji generation that I produced. Yes, she was a backup there. She was the backup in Americana of Pasuma. She was a backup in Obesere song. One of Obesere, I've forgotten the song that she, because all Obesere music when he arrived from USA was produced, all the songs were produced by me. Gbogbo orin yẹn èmi mo ní èmi mo ṣe olóòtú orin gbogbo orin Obesere.
Artists and musicians have always been regarded as being very creative people. This is in fact very true, as they make something out of nothing with their musical talent, thereby putting smiles on the faces of people. Their crafts have always impacted the lives of people in different aspects of life. These artists and musicians often receive a lot of praises for their work, which is of course well deserved, but there is one particular group of people that almost never receive any praise, recognition, royalties, and awards, especially in most parts of Africa. These people are the music producers. If you're wondering who these producers are, they are the ones your favorite musicians can't do without in the studio. Even the most talented musicians will still need a music producer to help them put songs together in the recording studio. In most cases, the producer arranges the song, helps the artist book recording sessions, gets the audio engineers and instrumentalists if needed. The producer even coordinates the mixing and mastering of the song, while the artist is minding some other business. In the 90s and 2000s, the music industry in Nigeria enjoyed even more success. A lot of new musicians were introduced, and these musicians went on to record so many hits in different genres, from Fuji, Afro, Gospel, Reggae, and so on. Among these musicians, one name in particular was very popular. It was Julieking. Julieking produced a lot of the albums that were popular in that era. Like most other African music producers, his name almost never got mentioned by these musicians and the public. I had the privilege of interviewing him, and he said a lot of things that I believe you will find interesting. Please like the video as you watch the interview, and remember to share the video on other social media platforms.
Orúkọ mi ni Julius Olagoroye tí gbogbo èèyàn mọ̀ sí Julieking ní music industry. Mo jẹ́ ọmọ ìlú méjì ní bí mo ṣe wà yìí. Báwo ló ṣe jẹ́ ìlú méjì ni pé ibi tí wọ́n bí mi sí àti ibi tí àwọn òbí mi ti wá wọ́n yàtọ̀ síra wọn. Àwọn òbí mi wá láti ilẹ̀ Nàìjíríà, láti ìlú Ẹ̀gbádò tá a mọ̀ sí tá a pè ní Yewa lénìí, ṣùgbọ́n wọ́n bí èmi sí Republic of Benin lájàṣẹ ní Port Novo. So ìdí tí mo fi jẹ́ ọmọ nílùú méjì nìyẹn.
Ẹ ṣé gan. A máa ń gbọ́ Julieking pàápàá jùlọ láàrin àwọn olórin. Iṣẹ́ wo gbọ̀ngàn lẹ̀ ń ṣe? Ṣé olórin ni àbò ní gìtá ni àbí kẹ̀ onílù? Ẹjọ́ ẹ bá wa yànnà lọ́ẹ̀.
Gbogbo ètò ìdárúkọ yẹn kò sí ètò mi ò kì í ṣe tó jẹ́ àjèjì sí mi nínú gbogbo ẹ̀. Mo jó olórin, mo jó nílù, mo jó ní gìtá, ṣùgbọ́n ẹ mọ̀ pé tí èèyàn bá bẹ̀rẹ̀ nǹkan yẹn máa bẹ̀rẹ̀ ìgbésẹ̀ sí ìgbésẹ̀ ìpele sí ìpele ni wọ́n fi ń rìn ilé ayé. So ìgbà tí máa bẹ̀rẹ̀ mo bẹ̀rẹ̀ gẹ́gẹ́ bí ọmọ akọrin. Mo dẹ̀ bẹ̀rẹ̀ pẹ̀lú ibi tó ti ẹni tó ń lu agogo ní ẹgbẹ́ akọrin. Mo dẹ̀ jẹ́ ẹnìkan tó yẹ pé ó nífẹ̀ẹ́ sí iṣẹ́ orin kíkọ láti kékeré mi wá. So gbà tí mo bẹ̀rẹ̀ pẹ̀lú agogo, gbà tó yá kẹ̀rẹ̀kẹ̀rẹ̀ mo bẹ̀rẹ̀ sí ní kọrin. Mo ń gbérin nínú church nínú ẹgbẹ́ akọrin. Gbà tó yá kẹ̀rẹ̀kẹ̀rẹ̀ mo sún sí ìpele láti máa ta gìtá. Nítorí akọrin tí mo wà ń gbà yẹn tó bá ti ta gìtá báyìí o kì í ṣe kinní, o kì í ṣe olórin, o kì í ṣe ọmọ ẹgbẹ́ akọrin gidi. Ìdí ẹ̀ èmi náà bẹ̀rẹ̀ sí ní ta gìtá, kọ́ gìtá, mo bẹ̀rẹ̀ sí ní ta díẹ̀ láti ibẹ̀ èmi náà wá di ọ̀gá olórin tí èmi náà mọ̀ ń kó ẹgbẹ́ jọ. Láti ibi tí mo ti di ọ̀gá olórin tí mò ń kó ẹgbẹ́ jọ, ibẹ̀ lèmi náà ti bẹ̀rẹ̀ sí ní ìmọ̀ láti jẹ́ producer tí àwọn Yorùbá ń pè ní olóòtú orin. Ibi tí mo ti bẹ̀rẹ̀ ṣe production nìyẹn. So production yẹn ni mo ń ṣe títí di èní.
Ẹ ṣeun. Ọ̀pọ̀lọpọ̀ ló ti gbọ́ àwọn iṣẹ́ tẹ́ ti ṣe ṣùgbọ́n tí wọn kò mọ̀ pé ẹ̀yin lẹ ṣe olóòtú àwọn orin wọ̀nyí. Ẹ jọ̀ọ́ kán lè mọ àwọn iṣẹ́ wọ̀nyí. Ẹ bá wa dárúkọ àwọn iṣẹ́ tẹ́ ti ṣe àtàwọn olórin tẹ́ ti bá ṣiṣẹ́ káwọn èèyàn lè mọ̀.
Máa dárúkọ àwọn olórin, mi rò pé àsìkò lè gbà wá láti fi dárúkọ àwọn olórin tí mo ti bá ṣiṣẹ́, ṣùgbọ́n máa kàn mẹ́nu bà díẹ̀díẹ̀ nínú wọn tó jẹ́ àwọn tí mo ti bá kọrin. Ìgbà tí màá bẹ̀rẹ̀ gangan ẹgbẹ́ akọrin mo ti bẹ̀rẹ̀, that is ní Makoko CCC Makoko International Headquarters ni mo ti bẹ̀rẹ̀ sí ní lu clef láyé akọrin. Láti bẹ̀ ni mo ti bẹ̀rẹ̀ sí kọ́ gìtá títa ní Makoko. Lẹ́yìn ìgbà tí mo kúrò ní Makoko mo wá lọ sí CCC Mafuluku 1. CCC Mafuluku 1 ni church tí ìyá mi dá sílẹ̀, tí ìyá mi jẹ́ ìyá àjọ wọn ní Mafuluku Model Parish tó wà ní Mafuluku Airport Road. So ibẹ̀ mo ti bẹ̀rẹ̀ sí á ta gìtá díẹ̀díẹ̀. Ibẹ̀ ni ẹni tó máa kọ́kọ́ ra gìtá fún mi tó yẹ à ń pè wọ́n ní ajínrere, bàbá ajínrere nígbà yẹn, mo ti gbàgbé orúkọ wọn. Àwọn náà kọ́ ra gìtá fún mi tí mo bẹ̀rẹ̀ sí ní play díẹ̀ kó tó di pé gbà tí mo á dé CCC Iriakari Parish ní Ìsọlọ̀. À ń pè bàbá kan honourable ni wọ́n nígbà yẹn, ní bàbá àsújẹ̀ ni wọ́n pè. Àwọn náà ra gìtá pé electric guitar, first electric guitar tó jẹ́ ti tèmi gangan, tí wọ́n ra fún mi ní tuntun tí wọ́n lè gbé fún mi pé nítorí nígbà yẹn akọrin Iriakari wọ́n máa ń perform well. So èmi wá jẹ́ ọmọ kékeré tó yẹ pé mo á wà láàrin wọn nítorí gbogbo àwọn àgbààgbà tó wà mẹ́rin gbà yẹn ẹni ẹ̀ ra mọ́tò Beatles. Ayé ìgbà tí Beatles ṣe jáde, ó ra Beatles car fún everybody, fún gbogbo mẹ́mbà akọrin. But mi náà pé èmi tó yẹ pé mo ṣe wà ní primary school ní ìgbà tá a sọ yìí, wọ́n á ní pé kí ni mo fẹ́. Èmi ò lè lo mọ́tò, mi ò lè gun, mi ò lè ṣe ké. Wọ́n ní kí ni mo fẹ́, mo lè sọ nǹkan tí mo fẹ́ ní gìtá, ẹ ra gìtá fún mi. Ó dẹ̀ ra gìtá tuntun, ó dẹ̀ ra fún mi gbà yẹn. Ibẹ̀ ni mo ti bẹ̀rẹ̀ iṣẹ́ ìrìn àjò yẹn. So títí débi pé mo bẹ̀rẹ̀ sí ní produce. So ẹni tí mo kọ́kọ́ bá ṣiṣẹ́ gbára ní Evangelist Akin Adébáyọ̀ tí wọ́n ń pè ní Mọ́lẹ̀ Ayọ̀. Àwọn churches ni mo kọ́kọ́ play fún tẹ́lẹ̀, máa ń ta gìtá káàkiri títí mo á bẹ̀rẹ̀ sí ní ta gìtá fún Evangelist Akin Adébáyọ̀ tí gbogbo èèyàn mọ̀ ní Ìmọ́lẹ̀ Ayọ̀. So lẹ́yìn Ìmọ́lẹ̀ Ayọ̀ ni mo produce Àǹtí Dúdú. A máa ń pè mọ́mí ẹ̀ ní Àǹtí Dúdú. olórúkọ kan ọmọ dúdú la máa ń pè wọ́n gbà yẹn so àwọn náà jẹ́ kí n produce madam yẹn gbà yẹn so tí bá ń gbọ́ ìmọ́lẹ̀ ayọ̀ máa sìn wá lọ that was where I started from bẹ́ẹ̀ ni tí mo bá wọn ṣe ń gbà yẹn láti bẹ́ẹ̀ ni mo ti bẹ̀rẹ̀ so mo á produce àǹtí ọmọ dúdú lẹ́yìn ìgbà tí.
ìyẹn ni wípé ìmọ́lẹ̀ ayọ̀ ni first hit album tẹ̀.
bẹ́ẹ̀ ni
òun náà dẹ̀ ni àkọ́kọ́ tẹ̀.
mo kọ́kọ́ ṣe ní ayé ìgbà yẹn so lẹ́yìn ìgbà yẹn tí ọ̀dọ̀ ni mo wà tí mo fi dá band ẹgbẹ́ ti tèmi sílẹ̀ tó ń pè ní Angelic Stars so Angelic Stars yẹn ó ti bímọ tó pọ̀ rẹpẹtẹ ń ta nísìn wọ́n pọ̀ rẹpẹtẹ so mo bá ìmọ́lẹ̀ ayọ̀ ṣe iṣẹ́ díẹ̀ ńgbà yẹn gbà tí mo àárín ẹ̀ ni èmi náà ti ní ẹgbẹ́ mi that's Angelic Stars International so after yẹn mo tún bá Prince Adekunle General Prince Adekunle tí ó gbogbo ayé mọ́ kéré so lẹ́yìn ìgbà tí Ṣínà Peters tán kúrò ní ọ̀dọ̀ bàbá Prince Adekunle èmi ni bàbá rí wọ́n rí mi bí tí mo ti ń play nínú church wọ́n sọ ẹja mú ọmọdé yìí ká fà á múra bó ṣe pè mí sí ilé wọn nìyẹn.
ní ọdún wo nìyẹn.
that was around 1980 it should be around 88 89 ìgbà yẹn ni mo bẹ̀rẹ̀ sí ní tẹ̀lé wọn díẹ̀ gbà tó máa di around 86 ni mo bẹ̀rẹ̀ sí bá wọn jáde pé kó máa lọ sí event gidi but gbogbo àti mi ń tẹ̀lé wọn gbà yẹn mo kàn sì máa ń tẹ̀lé wọn máa lọ ń wo gbogbo show wọn láti lè understand his kind of music so that máa lè blend pẹ̀lú so ìgbà tó máa bẹ̀rẹ̀ sí jáde pẹ̀lú that was around 86 tí mo bẹ̀rẹ̀ sí ní ṣiṣẹ́ pẹ̀lú wọn débi pé mo bẹ̀rẹ̀ sí ní produce wọn mo produce 2 of his album then so from there ni mo bẹ̀rẹ̀ sí ní ṣe àwọn other produce àwọn other artists díẹ̀ ní church Iriakari mo produce wọn ní CCC Mafuluku mo produce wọn CCC Afanda Parish mo produce wọn CCC Ogudu Parish Ogudu yẹn 24/7 ni máa ń bá wọn lọ sí show gbà yẹn àmọ́ wọ́n lè lọ ọ̀sẹ̀ méjì ọ̀sẹ̀ mẹ́ta tẹ́pẹ́ àjọ máa lọ sí concert káàkiri àwọn win award lóríṣiríṣi you understand so ibẹ̀ ni mo ti meet pẹ̀lú lẹ́yìn ìgbà yẹn mo wá sí Iriakari mo wá join Afanda that was when I discovered somebody called Prince Ajayi Sunday Ajayi wọ́n pè ní PSA he's now in America he's now a big shepherd in America Canal Paris so he was my artist tí mo produce ní Afanda gbà yẹn wọ́n pe title album ní Òkùnkùn Ṣúbáyé that album went viral Òkùnkùn Ṣúbáyé go and ask anybody then ní gospel music so PSA yẹn láti ìgbà tí mo ti day one tí mo ti bẹ̀rẹ̀ sí from day one till today I'm still his producer òun fúnra rẹ̀ ó ṣe album I produce the album I produce his church album his choir album I developed a lot of artists. There is one of my artists now is now in Greece. He's one of the top international artists. That is Deji Adetayo. He was very small. He was around 8 years old when he started with me, when we started together in the choir. So he's now one of the top artists in Greece. One of the top artists in Greece. He's a very good guitarist. But he started in singing. He was very small when he started singing in the choir. So from there, we more train more. So there are a lot of things. Asha, you know Asha herself. Asha was one of the junior choir singer in Festac when I used to go to their church to bring them up, to train them, and she was one of my students then, followers.
What's the name of the church, sir?
That is Festac Parish. CCC Festa Paris. She started from there. Koto di ko travel out. Ibi travel out bọ́lá ṣe fún lórí ọ̀fẹ́ nìyẹn. She's now an international artist. Worldwide artist. So from there I started developing, from my experience I started grooming a lot of artists that passed through me, a lot of them. So I've worked with some people like PK First, that's Akande Obesere. I've worked with Abbas Akande Obesere, what do you call it, Agbaki of Yoruba land in the music industry. And Pasuma, that's Wasiu Alabi. Pasuma is one of my best artists that I ever produced, because I've learned a lot of things from him through the Fuji music. The same thing happens to Abbas Akande. Abbas Akande was the person that I started with, that put me through how to handle Fuji music. After that, I met with Pasuma, then met with Sule, Alao Malaika. I've worked with him. I worked with Saheed Osupa. So, but I met through these people through Mr. Gbenga Adeusi. Gbenga Adeusi was my privileged artist and a very good friend of mine. He's like a brother, he's like a father, he's like a friend. And through him, I learned a lot of things. I learned mo kọ́ a lot of things through wọn nípa pé kí ọ handle Yorùbá music, nítorí pé ìjìnlẹ̀ Yorùbá tí wọ́n máa sọ pé ìjìnlẹ̀ Yorùbá ẹnu Gbenga Adeusi lè ti máa bá. Kò sí, mi ò tí sí ọ̀rọ̀ náà tó le tí wọ́n lè tú palẹ̀. So that was the reason why I love him so much, and he's very, very creative. He's always original. So Gbenga Adeusi is the kind of person that gave me the privilege to meet with most of the the big artists in the industry today. So, and I was the one that produced his first album, that is Itunu. Go and listen to that song. Ìjì ayé kò ní gbé wa lọ, ìjì ayé kò ní gbé wa rè, pẹ̀lẹ́ la ó tukọ̀ wá. That was my first album with Gbenga Adeusi.
náà lè ṣe olóògbé dídán.
All his music from the beginning to the end. From the beginning to the end. Àjèjì la jẹ́ láyé, àjèjì la jẹ́ láyé o. Bó ti wù káyọ̀ yìí korò tó, a ó padà lọ́jọ́ kan. Ilé ayé yìí àwa nọ. They are my jobs. They are my productions. You understand? Ire ayọ̀, I did it. All his music. So, the man has been so nice to me, has been so glorious. Gbenga Adeusi, that's the person called Gbenga Bayowa Films International. Yes. So through him, I met with a lot of artists. If you listen to Gbenga Adeboye's music, I was part of the song.
So àwọn iṣẹ́ ẹ dárúkọ Gbenga Adeboye, sí àwọn iṣẹ́ Gbenga Adeboye náà láti ọ̀dọ̀ Gbenga Adeboye.
No, it was the last song where orin tó gbà tí a máa ṣe tribute to Gbenga Adeboye. That's the album that I did. That was when I introduced Shola Alinsin, and that was the music that brought Shola Alinsin to the limelight. Yes, it was true tribute to Gbenga Adeboye that Shola Alinsin was able to get a deal from Dudu Heritage, because Dudu Heritage and Gbenga Adeusi were friends, and Dudu Heritage was a film producer. So we did that song for Gbenga Adeboye tribute then he now wanted to use somebody for that album, that soundtrack. That was when he called on Shola Allyson to come and do the singing for the soundtrack of Eji Owuro. So it was Eji Owuro that brought Shola Allyson to the limelight.
You call the producer album Shola?
No, I was not the one that produced the album, but Shola Allyson was one of my backup. Shola Allyson, you can't believe it, was part of my Fuji generation that I produced. Yes, she was a backup there. She was the backup in Americana of Pasuma. She was a backup in Obesere song. One of Obesere, I've forgotten the song that she, because all Obesere music when he arrived from USA was produced, all the songs were produced by me. Gbogbo orin yẹn èmi mo ní èmi mo ṣe olóòtú orin gbogbo orin Obesere. Shola Allyson gan jẹ́ ẹnìkan lára àwọn tó kọrin nígbà yẹn. Mo ní picture àwọn elégbè tó kọrin sí nígbà yẹn. Ibi tí Shola Allyson ti jáde nìyẹn. So mo máa ń dúpẹ́ lọ́wọ́ Ọlọ́run pé Ọlọ́run lò mí fún ọ̀pọ̀lọpọ̀ àwọn olórin tó dìde lọ́jọ́ òní. Ọlọ́run lò mí. Tó bá ń dárúkọ Ṣẹ́gun Nábì, Mr. Pamela, ọmọ mi ní gbé Ṣẹ́gun Nábì. Mo dẹ̀ wà proud of him anytime any day because ó bẹ̀rẹ̀ bí elégbè lọ́dọ̀ mi ni òun ló máa ń kọ bass ní band wa nígbà yẹn. That was from 1986. Ó máa ń kọ ṣe elégbè fún mi, backup ló máa ń ṣe fún mi nígbà yẹn. Inú mi dùn pé ẹ̀kọ́ yẹn ló wá fi ń kọ́ àwọn ẹlòmíì léni. So àbúrò ẹ̀ náà tó ń pè ní Ìmọ́lẹ̀ tó wà ní London léni agogo nìyẹn náà ń lu gbà tí ẹ̀gbọ́n ẹ̀ wà lọ́dọ̀ mi torí bàbá wọn gbà tí bàbá wọn kú bàbá wọn fi wọ́n lé mi lọ́wọ́ ni. So inú mi dùn pé Ọlọ́run sọ wọ́n di olóríire léni. Lẹ́yìn ìgbà yẹn ni mo meet ẹ̀ tó ń pè ní Mega 99. That is Abel Dosunmu. Abel Dosunmu bàbá ẹ̀ jẹ́ bí ẹ̀gbọ́n sí ìyá mi sí mọ́rin mi tó ń dẹ̀jọ bẹ̀rẹ̀ ìjọ mímọ́ láti kékeré. Ọdún mọ́ mi ti wà ní ìjọ mímọ́ kó tó di pé dádì wọn join. So but gbà tí wọ́n máa dé Máfùlùkù àwọn àti bàbá dádì wọn ló ní Celestial Church of Christ Ọlátúnjí Parish. So àwa jọ jẹ́ bí family, àwa jọ ń ṣe bí family. Ní true yẹn ni mo ṣe ní access láti máa bá family elégbèdé ni bàbá wọn jẹ́ gbà yẹn. Àwọn ni máa ń pè ní bàbá Baza 99 ní Celestial the whole world. Bàbá wọn máa ń wá láti ìgbà tẹ́mi wà lájàṣẹ́ gbà yẹn. Bàbá wọn máa ń wá láti Nàìjíríà wá sí Àjàṣẹ́ wá ṣe bàbá oníbàzá tó máa ń ta bàzá fún Pastor SBG Ọ̀ṣọ́fà ńgbà yẹn. So bàbá Ọ̀ṣọ́fà dẹ̀ like bàbá yẹn anywhere tó máa ti ń lọ tó máa tẹ̀lé ṣòkòrè. Bàbá yẹn náà máa mú dání láti ta bàzá because the man was so very vibrant, very strong, very powerful. Wọ́n dẹ̀ máa ń deliver. Wọ́n dẹ̀ máa ń make àwọn èèyàn wọ́n máa ń pa àwọn èèyàn lẹ́rìn. So ìdí ẹ̀ náà ìgbà yẹn náà fi sọ wọ́n ní bàbá 99. So ibẹ̀ ni Mega 99 ti jáde. So èmi dẹ̀ ni mo produce first album that's Money fún Abel Dosunmu. I was the pioneer. I discovered him myself. I discovered the band. He set band up ìgbà tó máa bẹ̀rẹ̀. I was the one that auditioned and mo screen gbogbo wọn. Most of those guys that are still with him till now, till tomorrow, and they are doing very well. So when you talk about, it's not about production alone, but I believe that God gave me that talent and God created me for some people. to come to limelight in this industry. I've done a lot of that. I've worked with King Sunny Ade. I've worked with big artists, Sonny Okoso. I've worked with what do you call it? Yeye Asha. We call her Floxy B, Queen Floxy B, the queen of Aikoso music. I've produced her several times. She's one of the best artists, international artists. She's now in America. I've worked with Malaika Voices. What do you call him? I've forgotten his. We call him Rotimi Adetipe. He was one of the top artists in gospel music then, with Ayewa, Baba Yewa, with Evangelist Akin Adebayo, Kingsley Ogunde. I've worked with Kingsley Ogunde to have played the lead guitar in his first album. So there are many of them like that, many that I cannot just mention. There are many of them. Our sister Yinka Olatunji Ajijo, she's one of my good artists that I respect so much. Jumoke Adeyanju, you know, Lizzie Martins, many of them. And I've worked with Good Women Choir. The last 2 albums she did before retiring, I was the one that produced the 2 album for Ibukun Orisuni. Then, so these are my jobs that I've done, and I'm still doing it, and I will continue doing it till I die. I will never retire from those things because I believe that I still have a lot of work to do. Ayo Balogun, I produced our first album. Yes.
For it, penny.
Yes.
Penny loco. That.
Yes, I did that album. A lot of them like that. Fumi Black, I don't know if you met her before. Fumi Black was my first lady production that I handled, and I have a lady, Sarah Adeyinka, Jola Osho now. She's the first female music producer in Nigeria, and she's doing well. And I have somebody like Debbie Ibadan. She's one of the greatest sound engineer, a female sound engineer, and she's doing well in the industry of today. These are my people that I'm proud of.
Ẹ ṣeun gan sà, yàtọ̀ sí àwọn oníjùjú àti àwọn oní gospel pẹ̀lú àwọn onífújì tẹ́ ẹ dárúkọ tẹ́ ẹ ti bá ṣiṣẹ́ nígbà tẹ́ wà lọ́dọ̀ Báyọ̀wá, àwọn olórin wo ni ẹ tútù bá ṣiṣẹ́ yàtọ̀ sáwọn wọ̀nyí?
Àwọn tí mo bá ṣiṣẹ́ pọ̀, wọ́n tún pọ̀. Irú bàbá $500 ó ní ọdún tí mo fi bá wọn ṣiṣẹ́. $500 mo bá wọn ṣiṣẹ́, mi ò bá wọn kọrin o, but mo bá wọn ṣiṣẹ́ gẹ́gẹ́ bí manager. Nítorí kó tó di pé wọ́n kú èmi mò ń ṣàtọ́kùn gbogbo iṣẹ́ tó ń ṣe, láti lọ ṣe show ni o, láti lọ ṣe anything ni o, èmi mò ń manage wọn. Ọjọ́ tí burial kìíní tó ń ṣe, gbogbo burial kìíní tó ń ṣe, èmi mò handle the kìíní first burial $500. Ṣó ti yẹ nísìn, the first burial tó ń ṣe èmi mò organize ẹ̀ kó tó di pé àwọn kan hijack ẹ̀ mọ́ mi lọ́wọ́. I was able to do the last burial of $500. You can go to the family and ask. You understand? Èmi mo ṣe burial àwọn ní LTV8. Èmi mo write letter sí LTV8 tó fi fún wa ní LTV, because gbogbo àyẹn èmi máa mú $500 wá sí LTV8 láti wá perform fún Lagos State Television. So they were able to give us the blue roof to make use of for the final burial of Baba $100. So we did the burial then, but àwọn nǹkan ṣẹlẹ̀ nígbà yẹn mi ò ní sọ̀rọ̀ lọ púpọ̀ lórí ẹ̀. So ìdú ẹ̀ tí mo fi mílẹ̀ pé mi ni manager wọn gbà yẹn ló jẹ́ kí n fi ṣe nǹkan tí mo ṣe yẹn. Ó pẹ̀lú nǹkan tó yẹ pé kíní ẹ̀ affect family ẹ̀, because during that time I wanted to establish Fatai Rolling Dollars Memorial Band, but I was unable to do that due to some reasons. So nígbà yẹn gan mo ṣe album kan because baba Rolling Dollar pé 86 nígbà yẹn I recorded 86 artists in an album for Rolling Dollar, but the album was not released till today, and I still have that album with me.
Ṣé kò sí tẹ́lẹ̀ kí ló dé tí wọ́n fi gbé àwòrán dà?
Nǹkan amóye nǹkan tó ṣẹlẹ̀, but we've resolved all those issues. Ṣó ti ẹni sìn, but mo ṣe ń wo time maybe by the time mo máa ṣe 10 years anniversary, because very soon we are going to relaunch the album back. You understand? So we have 86 artists in the album of that Rolling Dollar, a tribute to Rolling Dollar then. So during the 10 years anniversary tafẹ́ṣe, mo sure pé I'm release it. Ṣó ti anything. Then apart from that, I've worked with this Majek Fashek, ìmọ̀ manager. That was láti 2001 títí di ìgbà tó fi ṣaláìsí, because I was working for Aji Adangaji. Aji Adangaji was the one that brought Majek Fashek back to Nigeria. Àwọn ní ọmọ lọ fún láti rehabilitate ẹ̀ gbà tó fi di pé ó ti ní àwọn sickness díẹ̀díẹ̀ lára. So Ajia really tried. She spent a lot of money. Ajia Adangaji, she really tried, but some people did not allow that thing to work. Wọ́n manipulate Majek Fashek mọ́ ìyá yẹn lọ́wọ́. If not, Majek Fashek kò yẹ kó jẹ́ ẹni tó máa ti kú nísìn. Ó yẹ kí Majek Fashek, but àwọn kan, but Ọlọ́run mọ ohun gbogbo. So tí o bá ní ọwọ́ Ọlọ́run nú, gíní ò ní ṣẹlẹ̀, but ó yé Ọlọ́run ju àwa èèyàn lọ. So I work with me. I have his picture. I can show you. So, and I'm a strong member of the PMAN, Performing Musician Association of Nigeria. A strong member. I'm a foundation member, PMAN as well. And I've worked with a lot of people like Ayowebiyi, Julieking. I've produced all from her first album till date. Even one producer, Jangbala Jugu, what do you call his name? Beautiful Nobia. His first album, I was part of the crew that produced him through our icon, the legend. That's engineer Johnson Ademilokun. He was one of the best engineer in Aphrodisia. He was the one that put me through engineering production in Nigeria. He's the best. He was the next person to Lakadeniran then. So Lakadeniran was one of the best engineers for many icons in this country. Starting from Baba Ogunde, Fela Anikulapo Kuti, Evangelist Obefabiyi, King Sunny Ade, many of the best engineer. So Ademilokun was the next person. After him was Olahan, engineer Olahan, and Oluyinka, Ebenezer, many of them like that. and I was there working alongside with them in the studio then in Aphrodisia. So mi ṣe ọmọdé when you talk about music production or anything music in this country. You understand? So many of the artists that I work for, I've worked with as Ajoke Solution, Inri Church. I produced their first album, that is Primate Ayodele. Yes, the church's first album. I was the one that produced the album. Fẹ́ràn Mi, that the new gospel artist that is going places now. Fẹ́ràn Mi, Golden Angel was discovered by me, and she's trending now. Fẹ́ràn Mi. So she's my baby, she's my kid. I love her so much, and she's doing well, both her and her mom. So Golden Angel was my product. So there are many of them like that I cannot just mention. Bose Adekunle, many of them.
Ẹ ṣé gan sà.
ẹ ṣeun gan sà.
Lóòótọ́ ẹ ti ṣe àwọn olóríṣiríṣi. Tábà ní ká máa dárúkọ iṣẹ́ tẹ́ ti ṣe, a sì máa wà ń bẹ̀ dọ̀la ni.
Dọ̀la wọ́n pọ̀ o. Wọ́n pọ̀ o.
Mo fẹ́ bèrè kíní kan, àwọn olóyìnbó máa ń pè kíní kan ní royalties, léyìí tí ń ṣe iṣẹ́ àjẹmọ́nú iṣẹ́ ọpọlọ tíyàn bá ṣe. Mo fẹ́ bèrè pé ṣé ẹ ti gba royalties lórí àwọn iṣẹ́ tẹ̀ ń ṣe, àbí ẹ̀ ń gbà wọn kan lọ́wọ́lọ́wọ́?
Àfi tí máa gbà lọ́la. Àfi tí máa gbà lọ́la.
Pẹ̀lú gbogbo iṣẹ́ tẹ̀ ṣe.
Kò sí royalty tá à ń gbà ní royalty Ọlọ́run tọ́lọ́run fún wa, tọ́lọ́run bùkún fún wa lọ́nà míì. Lọ́nà míì. Nítorí pé gbogbo àtàwọn bẹ̀rẹ̀ kò ẹ̀mọ̀ orientation production gbà yẹn ó ti wà limited to some people. Àmọ́ ìgbà tí mo bá Uncle Julieking sí ìgbà táwọn ṣiṣẹ́ Ògúndé, I was the person that played the solo guitar in Kingsley Ogunde's album Kingsman. So tí a bá máa sọ ni ó yẹ kí n ti máa gba royalty láti bẹ̀rẹ̀ ibi tí mo ti ń play guitar fún kínní, because the album was produced by Julieking for Sony Music. Ṣọ́ọ̀ mi yẹ nísìn, but till today mi ò gba royalty yàtọ̀ sí owó tó máa fún wa pé ẹ̀rọ àṣìṣe o, wọ́n á fún wa ní 5,000 ọ̀kan fún wa ní 2,000 pé kínní. Ní production tí mo ṣe fáwọn èèyàn, tí mo ṣe gbogbo àwọn Obesere, Pasuma, Alao Malaika, what do you call him, Saheed Òṣùpá, gbogbo àwọn yẹn peanut náà fún wa náà. Tí máa gba owó, mo gba owó pọ̀ jù, mi ò gba 5,000. Kí ni ọ̀fẹ́ fi 5,000 ṣe? But because of the passion I have for the music, for the industry, for the career, you know, I was just flowing. Could there anybody to let me put her through my brother? Only can I sign contract? It was late. Lately, that was just saying now. And I said, "Well, we could sign contract. We could say, well, we could she was also." One saw it was late hour. Only ẹni tí bá ti bẹ̀rẹ̀ gangan ní Mega 99. Yes, but wọ́n wí pé nǹkan tí máa ń fìrì lára tí máa ń fìrì ni pé ó máa ń dàbí pé bóyá mo fẹ́ cheat ẹni yẹn, mo fẹ́ force ẹni yẹn, mo fẹ́ force ara mi lórí ẹni yẹn pé ẹni ìkíní wa nǹkan tó hàn kọ́ wa láti tí a ti wà use mọ́ láti lẹ̀ ẹ mọ̀ nǹkan tó máa ti kọ́ láti lẹ̀ ló máa mọ́yàn lára títí ẹ máa fi but we were not taught that this is the way you have to handle the product. Then you put our crew, but we were just doing it for the passion's sake. So ó pẹ̀lú nǹkan tí ó affect lórí ọ̀rọ̀ tó béèrè yẹn, kò sí reality o, kò sí royalty but àwọn kan wà tó ń gba royalty yẹn lẹ́yìn wa tá a dẹ̀ mọ̀ wọ́n ọjọ́ ọ̀rọ̀ tí tó ọjọ́ tí a máa ṣí ìwé kan ọjọ́ yẹn ń bọ̀.
ẹ̀jọ̀ sá ìgbésẹ̀ wa ni ẹ̀yin ń gbé báyìí láti rí i pé irú pọ̀ bẹ́ẹ̀ yẹn.
ìgbésẹ̀ àwa ti ń gbé ìgbésẹ̀ but ìgbésẹ̀ tá à ń gbé yẹn ni pé kí our music producers can come together to fight for our rights. That's the only solution because union ta ni union ẹ kò care nípa anybody. That is P-Man. P-Man doesn't care about anybody anymore. It was before ìgbà tó ń bẹ̀rẹ̀ nígbà aláyé àwọn ọba King Sunny Adé àwọn Tony Okoreji làwọn ni wọ́n kí ẹ̀ but lately kò sí ètò kan wọn àpò ara wọn ní gbogbo ń jà fún.
àwọn producer dẹ̀ ló ń ṣiṣẹ́ tó.
yes wọ́n ṣe náà yes we are the king makers in the industry.
láìsí producer kò sí
artist. You understand because kò sí nǹkan tó fẹ́ play nísìn ẹ máa sọ fún ẹni nǹkan tó máa play sí ilé nǹkan tó máa concept tó máa lò láti fi develop your kind of music. You need to be creative, you need to do this, you need to add this. You understand? But most of our producers of today, they don't know that. I mean, we can create beats because most of them, hip hop, they don't know anything. But nítorí pé òyìnbó ti sáré bẹ̀rẹ̀ ni wọ́n ká máa sọ̀rọ̀ nípa àwọn tó jẹ́ producer àwọn tó rẹ́ pé wọ́n produce analog music tó ń produce real orchestration they are the àwọn tá a lè pè ní music because most of them they know about the technical inputs in the production. No, for you just to bring a tone from Fruity Loops and say you want to create, you bring the beat.
Makers learning sí.
ẹ̀mí ní ọmọ nǹkan tí sólù bí sólù guitar bó ṣe yẹ kó dún yàtọ̀ sí rhythm guitar ẹ̀mí ní ìmọ̀ bí bass máa dún yàtọ̀ sí combination bass guitar àti drum àti kick ẹ̀mí ní ìmọ̀ talk less of telling a leader to sing to do a solo performance than pé kò ṣe a vocal. ẹlòmíì ò mọ differences nínú solo performances yàtọ̀ sí vocal singing wọn ò mọ and they call themselves music producers. These are the things.
ẹ ṣeun kábẹ̀rẹ̀sì máa ká gbọ́ ẹlẹ́sẹ̀ ńlẹ̀ ẹ jẹ́ ká sọ̀rọ̀ nípa àwọn orin tí díẹ̀ ẹ dárúkọ ẹ sọ̀rọ̀ ń fa ẹgbẹ́ tẹ dá sílẹ̀ nígbà kan.
yes
ṣé ẹ ṣe àwo kọ̀ọ̀kan.
nígbà tí mo ṣe tí a dá ẹgbẹ́ yẹn sílẹ̀ nígbà yẹn èmi gbà yẹn Sunday Ẹkúndayọ̀ Ṣẹ́gun Nábì Ṣẹ́gun Kúpọ̀níyì blessed memory àwọn wọ́n ti ṣaláìsí nísìn. These are the people tá a jọ bẹ̀rẹ̀ nígbà yẹn Bọ́mí Kúpọ̀níyì Fúnmiláyọ̀ Kúpọ̀níyì many of them lẹ́dá tá a jọ bẹ̀rẹ̀ Níyì Adétúlà Chukwudi. No, these are the people that started the band. Níkẹ́ Oyèwọlé Folúkẹ́ Ọ̀páládé. There are many of them like that. Tájọ bẹ̀rẹ̀ ńgbà yẹn a ṣe album. We had about 4 albums to our credit. The first one is Jẹ́jẹ́lá Igba tí gbogbo èèyàn tí the known song then. That was in 1985. That was when I released the first album. Then I was that was in 1983. La released first album by mo ní class 3 ní secondary school. Nígbà yẹn a ṣe ni mo fi ṣe album yẹn. So bàtà ṣe ń gbà yẹn bẹ́ẹ̀ ni mo ti kọ ọmọ rere láṣọ mi o èso wẹ́wẹ́ wá súnmọ́ mi tó bá yá má ṣe gbàgbé Jésù èso wẹ́wẹ́ wá súnmọ́ mi. That album was first promoted in Radio Lagos by Lékan Ògúnbànwò and Tòkunbọ̀ Ọ̀jẹ́kúnlé.
And they were in primary 3.
I was in primary 3. I was in secondary school, class 3. Form 3 nígbà yẹn la máa ń pè So Lekan Ogunbanwo and Tokunbo Ojekunle were the people that called me, Julieking, bring this music. Wọ́n gba £1 lọ́wọ́ mi, wọ́n ṣe ẹ mọ̀ ayé kì í ṣe ayé ìsìn tó yẹ pé kán tó bẹ́ẹ̀ promote orin tó bá ti ṣòwò ọkùn dúró. Wọ́n inú mi dùn à ń pè Baba Boogie mo ti gbàgbé orúkọ wọn o. Baba Boogie nígbà yẹn wọ́n wà ní Radio Lagos. These are the people that use my song. Ibi tí Ọlọ́run ti bring mi dìde nìyẹn. Lẹ́yìn ìgbà yẹn a ṣe second album Ìbẹ̀rù Olúwa, the third album Ògo ní fún Baba, that was the third album. The fourth album là ń ṣe lọ́wọ́ kó tó di pé that's the peace song, orin àlàáfíà. Èmi àti àwọn Daddy Fresh, Baba Frayo, we all came together with Seyi Solagbade and co. Shola Linson was there. Many of the popular artists were involved. Orindola too sang in the album. It wasn't yet released. Esther Igbekele was part of the album. Wọ́n kópa rẹpẹtẹ, even Esther Igbekele ó try pẹ̀lú pé ó sick gan, ó tún kọrin sínú album mi. Wọ́n pọ̀ bàbá yìí tó ń kọrin ìlàjẹ yìí, Prince Debo, yes, I produce him also. Mo ti bá ṣiṣẹ́ rí, mo ti bá ṣe album, many albums, so many of them like that.
Ẹ ṣe wọn lọ́pọ̀lọpọ̀ lágbára Ọlọ́run, ọgbọ́n tẹ̀mí ṣe àti ìmọ̀ tẹ̀mí ṣe Ọlọ́run àtúnmọ̀.
Àmín o Jésù.
Gbogbo iṣẹ́ tẹ̀lé ti ṣe sílẹ̀ náà lágbára Ọlọ́run ẹ máa jèrè.
Àmín.
Àtẹ̀yí tí ẹ ti gba àtẹ̀yí tí ẹ gbogbo ètò ẹ̀ tí rírí á ti ṣe lágbára Ọlọ́run á bùkún.
Àmín. Ẹnìkan mo fẹ́ gbàdúrà fún nísìnyí tí mo ń ṣiṣẹ́ lọ́wọ́, that I'm always and I will continue to be proud of her. She is called Taiwo Ejiredola. Taiwo Ejire, she's in the US. That girl, she's very fantastic.
Irú orin wo ni?
Fuji ló ń kọ, but wọ́n blend there to the general kind of music, to the contemporary music. Fuji ló ń kọ, she sings like Pasuma, and she's very good. God really bless her, but she has never discovered herself. But I'm working on her. I'm trying to develop her. I'm trying to bring her to the limelight. And she's doing well. She's great. She's very good in composition. But kò tí more technical aspect of the music. So she's the one I'm working with now. She's in US, but I'm recording, I'm producing her job in Nigeria here. And she's doing great.
Ẹ̀jọ̀ ẹ jẹ́ kí n béèrè ìkẹyìn final question báwọn olóyìnbó yìí máa ń sọ. Tí ẹ ti produce àwọn olórin hip hop rẹ̀ bí ẹ sì ronú pa ẹ̀.
mo máa ń produce hip hop rí, but my infuse hip hop music into my gospel music tí máa ṣe. The reason ni pé tí máa sọ pé hip hop Ọlọ́run ó ní ẹ̀bùn tọ́lọ́run fún olúkálùkù, ó dẹ̀ níbi tí Ọlọ́run darí olúkálùkù sí. Mi ò lè force ara mi láti máa sọ pé mò ń ṣe hip hop pé dandan mo gbọ́dọ̀ jẹ, no. Ọlọ́run ti fún àwọn kan lórí ọ̀fẹ́ láti máa ṣe. Irú Sunday Ààrẹ, ẹ mọ̀ pé hip hop ló ń ṣe, hip hop ló bẹ̀rẹ̀ pẹ̀lú àjọ wa níwájú Ọlọ́run, àjọ ń ṣe, ó ń bá mi ṣiṣẹ́ nínú studio ìgbà tí mò ń ṣiṣẹ́, kó tó di pé òun náà sọ pé òun bẹ̀rẹ̀ sí manage artist. Sunday Ààrẹ, he was my closest friend. Tájọ ń ṣe recording production ní African Sings nígbà yẹn. So kì í ṣe pé mi ò ní access láti ṣe, but máa wò pé iṣẹ́ ọ̀lẹ ni hip hop, because ó máa jẹ́ kí n lose focus, you understand, because tí máa bẹ̀rẹ̀ sí ṣe hip hop òun ló simple jù. kò take me anything láti download through loop mo pa generate everything má dẹ̀ bẹ̀rẹ̀ sí ṣe má dẹ̀ bẹ̀rẹ̀ sí pawó but mi ò fẹ́ kó take advantages mi pé kó jẹ́ pé nǹkan tó máa wọ̀ mí lára pé máa lose focus lórí African music tí mo ń produce because when you are producing an orchestra ó take a lot of things ó take nǹkan tó bá fi lè mú ẹ lose focus lórí orchestration ó máa limit ara ẹ̀ dé sí àwọn level ó ní lè ṣe àwọn nǹkan kan because bàtí wọn ti bá bẹ̀ tí bá sọ pé ok kí band wà lórí mi ò ní lè direct wọn pé ẹ ṣe báyìí ẹ ṣe báyìí ẹ ṣe báyìí mọ́ ó máa yàtọ̀ so experience tí mo ń lò ẹ mi ò fẹ́ kó diminish mo ló jẹ́ kí n máa náyè láti concentrate láti ṣe anything like hip hop ó ní àwọn ọlọ́run fún àwọn kan but bí mi ṣe wà yìí mo ṣì like African music production tiwantiwa mo lè blend ẹ to any length mo lè sọ pé ṣe báyìí one of my artists tó ń pè ní ọmọ akin he sings like Yínká Ayéfẹ́lẹ́ mo ń try láti change pattern ẹ ni akin kọrin is the closest singer pattern to Yínká Ayéfẹ́lẹ́ kò sí pattern ẹ tó but I'm trying to change her to blend her to another concept of music through orchestration ẹ òun ló máa jẹ́ kó bá tí máa sọ pé tó yẹ pé mo ń ṣe hip hop ni mi ò ní lè ṣe nǹkan tó mo fẹ́ ṣe yìí so ó dẹ̀ appreciate me because mo ti fún ní ọ òun náà wò pé òun gbọ́dọ̀ kúrò ní line if tó bá change wọ́n máa wá sọ pé òun kọ́ni bí lágbájá ni so but you need to be ọmọ akin not Yínká Ayéfẹ́lẹ́ pattern so that is the reason why tí mi ò fẹ́ lọ sí anything like hip hop mo lè infuse hip hop pattern sí music tí mo ń play láti lè jẹ́ kó wà láti wà modified láti lè jẹ́ kí kó wà up to the standard of music táwọn èèyàn ń gbọ́ lẹ́ni ṣe ti ní sí but mi ò lè kúrò ní the orchestration tí mo ń ṣe that's just it.